Lena Johanna Therese Meyer-Landrut, known professionally as Lena, is a German singer-songwriter. She represented Germany in the Eurovision Song Contest 2010 in Oslo and won the contest with the song Satellite. With her 3 entries from the German national final Unser Star far 1/4 Oslo, Meyer-Landrut set an all-time chart record in her home country by debuting with 3 songs in the top 5 of the German singles chart. Both Satellite, and her first album My Cassette Player debuted at number 1 in Germany. While the former has been certified double platinum since, the album has been certified 5 times gold for sales of over 500,000 units. Meyer-Landrut represented Germany for the second consecutive time in the Eurovision Song Contest at Dar 1/4 Düsseldorf in 2011 with the song Taken by a Stranger. Early life: Lena Meyer-Landrut was born in Hanover, Germany. She is the granddaughter of Andreas Meyer-Landrut, the Estonian-born West German ambassador to the Soviet Union in Moscow from 1980 to 1983 and 1987 to 1989, and Hannah Karacsony von Hodos, who was of Hungarian nobility. She grew up as an only child, and started taking dancing lessons at the age of 5. Initially doing ballet and later practicing various modern styles, including hip-hop and jazz dance. Meyer-Landrut grew fond of singing and appeared as an extra in a number of German television series. However, she never received any formal acting or vocal training. In June 2010 she graduated from IGS Roderbruch Hanover, a comprehensive school, receiving her Abitur diploma. Career: Unser Star far 1/4 Oslo, Meyer-Landrut decided to take part in the talent show Unser Star far 1/4 Oslo, a newly created national television program to select the German entry for the Eurovision Song Contest 2010 in Oslo. The show was organized by public broadcaster ARD and private television station ProSieben, as well as entertainer, music producer and former Eurovision entrant Stefan Raab. Among 4,500 entrants, Meyer-Landrut was picked as one of the 20 contestants for the show. Asked about her motivation to apply, she stated, "I like to test myself. I wanted to see how I am perceived, and I wanted to hear what people with knowledge have to say about it. I personally can't judge myself at all." After her first appearance, performing My Same by British singer Adele, Meyer-Landrut received much praise from the show's jury panel and was instantly considered the favourite. The following week, Adele's My Same entered the German singles chart at position number 61. Meyer-Landrut reached the final of Unser Star far 1/4 Oslo, mainly performing lesser-known songs of international artists such as The Bird and the Bee, Kate Nash, Paolo Nutini and Lisa Mitchell. Out of her 8 cover performances, 5 of the original songs subsequently charted in Germany, with all but Foundations reaching their peak chart position. In the final on March 12, 2010, Meyer-Landrut sang 3 songs specifically written for the contest: Be, Satellite, and Love Me. Through televoting, the audience chose Satellite, written by American Julie Frost and Dane John Gordon, to be her designated song in case she won the show. In a second round of voting, Meyer-Landrut was chosen as Germany's entry for the 55th Eurovision Song Contest, beating the last remaining contestant, Jennifer Braun. The music video for Satellite was shot during the night of the final and premiered on German television stations 4 days later. Throughout the show, Meyer-Landrut was seen as the clear favorite. One day after winning Unser Star far 1/4 Oslo, all 3 of her songs from the finals topped the German iTunes Store sales chart, making her the first singer to achieve that. Satellite sold over 100,000 downloads in its first week, becoming Germany's fastest-selling digital release ever. Her 3 songs all entered the top 5 of the German singles chart, reaching positions number 1, 3 and 4, which no artist had ever achieved since charts were first established in Germany in 1959. Satellite was certified gold after the first week and platinum after the 4th week of its release. The song has remained at number 1 for 5 consecutive weeks in Germany. While competing at Unser Star far 1/4 Oslo, Meyer-Landrut continued to attend school. The last show was held 1 month before the start of her final exams. Following her exams, she released her debut album, My Cassette Player, on May 7, 2010. produced by Stefan Raab. It includes the singles Satellite, Love Me, and Be, as well as 2 cover songs and 8 unreleased titles. Meyer-Landrut is credited as a co-writer for the lyrics of 5 songs. The album debuted at number 1 in the German albums chart. It peaked at number 1 in the Austrian albums chart, number 3 in the Swiss albums chart. Following her success in Germany, Meyer-Landrut has said she would enjoy pursuing a singing or acting career, but explained, "I'm not fixated on doing music my whole life." She stated she originally planned to study acting after graduating school, but now is unsure if time allows. She has said her musical influences include Adele, Kate Nash, Vanessa Carlton, as well as the singer Clouseau and German pop-rock band was Sinthelden. Eurovision Song Contest, representing a Big Four country, Meyer-Landrut automatically qualified for the final of the Eurovision Song Contest 2010. Germany received a wild card during the running order draw, allowing the German representatives to pick the country's position for the final. They chose position 22 out of the 25 spots. Meyer-Landrut arrived 1 week before the show in Oslo, where she completed 5 rehearsals of her song Satellite. Prior to the final, she was considered one of the favorites. Bookmakers regarded her second favorite behind Azerbaijan's Safura, while Google projected she would win based on search volume in the participating countries. According to Norway's Aftenposten, she received the most media attention of all participants. The final was held on May 29, 2010 at Oslo's Telenor Arena. Appearing fourth from last, Meyer-Landrut wore a simple black dress and performed on a bare stage with 4 backing singers. Her pared-back presentation was a break from recent Eurovision trends, as it did not feature any form of choreography, dancers or elaborate stage show. Satellite received a total of 246 points, giving Germany its first win since 1982, and the first victory as a unified country. The song won over Turkey's entry We Could Be the Same with a margin of 76 points, at that time the second biggest in Eurovision history, second only to Alexander Rybak's margin of 169 points in the 2009 contest. Satellite was awarded the maximum of 12 points 9 times and received points from all but 5 countries. The BBC called Satellite the first contemporary pop hit Eurovision has produced in decades, ushering in a new era for the annual music jamboree. Meyer-Landrut's victory received much attention in Germany and the show was seen by 15 million viewers on German television. She returned to Hanover the following day, where she was greeted by 40,000 people. In June, Satellite regained the top spot in the German singles chart for 1 week and also peaked at number 1 in Denmark, Finland, Norway, Sweden and Switzerland. It also topped European Hot 100 singles chart, being the first Eurovision song to achieve this. 2010 Euro 2011, in June 2010 in the German dubbed version of the computer-animated film Sammy's Adventures, The Secret Passage, Meyer-Landrut provided the voice for the character originally spoken by Isabel Fuhrmann. In January 2011, the TV show Unser Song von Quarterer Deutschland was held and Meyer-Landrut's 2011 Eurovision song was determined via televoting. All 12 songs Meyer-Landrut performed during that show were recorded on her second studio album Good News, which was released on February 8, 2011. The album reached gold status in Germany within 1 week after its release. On February 18, 2011, the Unser Song von Quarterer Deutschland final was held and it was decided through televoting that Meyer-Landrut would perform the entry taken by a stranger in the final of the Eurovision Song Contest 2011. In April 2011, she went on her first German tour in the largest concert halls in Berlin, Hanover, Frankfurt, Dortmund, Leipzig, Hamburg, Munich, Stuttgart and Cologne, though the concerts were not sold out. In May 2011, Meyer-Landrut attempted to defend her title in the 2011 Eurovision Song Contest. She was the third winner to do so, and the first in over 50 years. She also appeared in the opening performance of the show, less than an hour before she came on stage to represent Germany, 2012. On May 24, Meyer-Landrut performed as part of the interval act during the second semi-finals of the Eurovision Song Contest 2012 in Baku, Azerbaijan. She was joined by the last 5 Eurovision winners from 2007 to 2011, which included Marija Angström, Arifovia, Dima Bilan, Alexander Rybak, and Ellen Nicki. Meyer-Landrut, Marija, Dima and Alexander performed their winning song entry accompanied by traditional Azeri instruments, being joined by Ellen Nicki for a rendition of Waterloo. On August 1, Meyer-Landrut announced via her Twitter account that Stardust will be the first single from her new album with the eponymous title. The single was released on September 21 and was certified gold for selling 150,000 copies. The album was released on October 12 and it debuted at number 2 on German Albums Chart. In late July and early August she went on a promotion tour called Lena's Wohnzimmer, which led her to Munich, Cologne, Hamburg and Berlin and presented several of her new songs. Since October 2012 she performed the theme song in the opening credits of Sesamstraße, the German version of Sesame Street. In November 2012 she covered the Pippi Longstocking songs Jar Paragraph Ra Paragraph Var Fab for the compilation album Giraffenaffen, 2013. On January 18, it was announced that the second single from Lena's album will be Neon. The music video for the single was shot in early February, by director Boud Brodmer ʻleːna, who also directed Lena's video for her first single from the third album, Stardust. It was shot in Rathnau-Hallen. On March 1, Lena's video for Neon premiered on Universal Music page. Lena's sixth single was released on March 15. The same day, video was also uploaded on Lena's VEVO channel on YouTube. The single version is different from the original song version on her Stardust album. The single version is more of a dance record, remixed and a bit faster. On March 21, Lena Meyer-Landrut attended to Echo Awards. She was nominated for 2 categories this year, Best National Video for Stardust, and as Best National Female Artist. During the show, Lena received an only one award for Best National Video for her first single from same-titled album, Stardust. Later during the show, Lena lost the Best Female National Artist award to singer Ivy Quainu. In April 2013, Lena went on a club tour through 13 German cities, started in Stuttgart on April 2 and finished in Offenbach on April 21. The last concert was streamed live in the Internet. The title No One Can Catch Us tour was taken from a line from her first single from the album, Stardust. In April and May 2013 she was one of the 3 judges on the show The Voice Kids alongside with Tim Bentzko and Henning Wieland. On May 17, 2013 Mr. Aoki was released as 3rd single from the album Stardust, and as 7th single overall. The song was written by Lena Meyer-Landrut, Linda Carlson and Sonny Boy Gustafsson, and the original track for album was produced by Sonny Boy Gustafsson. Lena was president of the German jury and the spokesperson for Germany, revealing the country's voting results at the Eurovision Song Contest 2013 final on May 18. In July 2013, it was announced that she will be the German voice of Jane in the motion capture animated film Tarzan 3D, which was released in German cinemas in February 2014. In the same month she dubbed the voice of 3 characters in the 2 audiobooks Giraffenaffen was sind da. Giraffenaffen die Schatzsuche, which were both published in October 2013. In October 2013 Lena reunited with her Eurovision mentor Stefan Raab when she featured in Revolution, a single from Raab's band Ix on Fire. In June 2013, this song was already used for a video about the showerhead douche invented by Stefan Raab where Lena is posing as Lara Croft under the shower. In 2013 Lena became a copyright testimonial for hair coloring and skincare product series. 2014, from March to May 2014 she returned as coach in the 2nd season of The Voice Kids along with Henning Wieland and Johannes Straight. In early 2014 Meyer-Landrut began principal work on her 4th studio album. In January she traveled to New York City to make talks with record producer Bosco. In May 2014 she visited the Yod Nevo studio in London, and in June 2014 she worked with Australian singer-songwriter Kat Vinter in Berlin and with Israeli-American singer-songwriter Rosie Golan in Los Angeles. On August 7, 2014, Lena revealed via her Twitter account that the title of the album will be Crystal Sky, which will be released later in the year. Media image: Meyer-Landrut has been noted for her unconventional way of handling the press, which has been labeled aloof as well as quick-witted and intuitive. She usually refuses to answer questions about her private life, including her family, friends and personal beliefs, sometimes calling questions stupid, or responding with counter-questions instead. This has drawn praise as well as criticism, including allegations of being arrogant and disrespectful. Meyer-Landrut's demeanor has been described as carefree, laid-back and self-effacing. She has been said to possess an adequate youthful megalomania, to cultivate her forwardness, and to stand for unadorned genuineness and sincerity. She has also been said to give infatuation a rhythm, and blur the fine line between puppy love and psychotic obsession. Her vocals have been both lauded and criticized. In an attempt to explain Meyer-Landrut's success, her appearance has been called a mix of loveliness, professionalism and a little craziness. She has also been lauded for her stage presence and charisma. Appearances on Unser Star Far 1/4 Oslo. Jennifer Braun and Meyer-Landrut both sang different versions of B and Satellite in the final. Awards and nominations, results, dubbing, discography. Studio albums: 2010, My Cassette Player, 2011, Good News, 2012, Stardust, 2014, Crystal Sky. References. Further reading: English, Bray, Marco. Lena Meyer-Landrut gets German ticket to Oslo Eurovision TV. Retrieved July 22, 2012. Tar, Sophie. Hanover teenager named Germany's hope for Eurovision. Deutsche Welle. Retrieved July 22, 2012. The Cult of Lena-ism, Eurovision's next winner? Der Spiegel May 21, 2010. Retrieved July 22, 2012. German, Kistner, Anna. Ian Bistchen Frieden. Saar 1/4 Deutsche Zeitung. Retrieved July 22, 2012. Pilz, Michael. Modern Wuppertinger Sollt Scene. Die Welt. Retrieved July 22, 2012. Der Paragraph RFLER, Sebastian. Verdammt ist Diekt. Die Tageszeitung. Retrieved July 22, 2012. Herzinger, Richard. Fra Currency Uline Wunder mit Nudelfaktor. Die Welt. Retrieved July 22, 2012. Rap, Tobias. Leninismus. Der Spiegel. Retrieved July 22, 2012. External links. Official website, Lena Meyer-Landrut on Facebook, Lena Meyer-Landrut at the Internet Movie Database, Lena Meyer-Landrut at BBC Online, Lena Meyer-Landrut at Unser Star Far 1/4 Oslo, videos of Lena Meyer-Landrut's USFO performances at Unser Star Far 1/4 Oslo.